guys, I'm Rachel from Korea. Welcome back to my channel where I delve into various aspects of Korean economy and culture. Today, I want to talk about Korean democracy, a story shaped by resilience, sacrifice, and the power of people. You may have heard about the recent political developments in South Korea, the impeachment of President Yoon. This historic event unfolded after he attempted to impose martial law to dominate the parliament on December 3, 2024. It sparked mass protests across the nation, culminating in a parliament's agreement to impeach him on December 14. This outcome was largely driven by the unwavering determination of the Korean people. But how did South Korea reach this point where the people could so effectively hold power accountable? To understand, we must look back at the roots of the resistance, beginning with the colonial period. Korean people's tradition of collective resistance and demonstrations is deeply rooted in their experience under Japanese colonial rule from 1910 to 1945. During this period, Japan exploited Korea's resources, seized land and wealth, and used forced labor, including sending Koreans to work in mines, factories, farms, and military zones under brutal conditions. The Japanese colonial government also attempted to erase Korean identity by banning the Korean language and name, destroying cultural artifacts, and imposing Japanese education and customs to brainwash Koreans into obedience. Despite severe suppression, the Korean people resisted through movements like the March 1st Independence Movement of 1919, where millions protested Japanese rule, demanding freedom and national sovereignty. This history of resistance shaped a strong spirit of defiance against oppression and injustice, which carried into modern Korea's fight for democracy. After the Korean War, many Western observers doubted that Korea could ever establish a true democracy. For instance, a UK publication, The Magazine, expressed skepticism in 1951. However, the Korean people quickly proved them wrong. When Korea's first president, Lee Seung-man, began consolidating power and ruling autocratically, the public resisted. The April 19 revolution of 1960 forced him to step down, marking a significant milestone in the fight for democracy. The momentum didn't stop there. Pro-democracy demonstrations escalated under President Park Chung-hee, who used martial law and rigged elections to maintain his grip on power. His administration's controversial diplomacy with Japan further fueled public outrage. In response to widespread protests, he resorted to brutal suppressions, imprisoning and torturing countless demonstrators. After the fall, another military leader, Chun Doo-hwan, seized power. Korean citizens once again refused to accept this undemocratic rule. In 1980, protests erupted nationwide, with universities becoming hubs of resistance. Chun responded with brutal military crackdowns, culminating in the infamous Gwangju uprising. Soldiers inflicted horrific violence, both physical and sexual, on innocent civilians. While local media was silenced, foreign reporters exposed the truth, bringing global attention to the massacre. Photographs published by Der Spiegel, a renowned German magazine, brought global attention to the Gwangju uprising. One of the most notable reporters covering this event was Jürgen Hitzpeter, known as the Witness with Blue Eyes. Hitzpeter took significant personal risks to report on the tragedy with depth and accuracy. By secretly transmitting his video footage to Germany, he made a substantial contribution to raising international awareness of the atrocities committed by the government against these people. His story was adapted to a Korean film titled A Taxi Driver in 2017. Thanks to him, the Gwangju uprising globally became the powerful symbol of collective courage and the relentless pursuit of democracy. The sacrifices of Gwangju inspired the June democracy movement of 1987. People across South Korea rose against Chun's regime, demanding democratic reforms. Their efforts paid off, leading to constitutional changes that laid the groundwork for the vibrant democracy South Korea enjoys today. South Korea's democratic journey has been built on sacrifices on those who were oppressed, tortured, and even killed by authoritarian regimes. It also reflects the Korean people's deep sense of ownership, their history of resilience against foreign invasions, and their commitment to education. One thing that distinguishes South Korea from many neighboring countries is its people's willingness to hold the government accountable. Public demonstrations have become a hallmark of Korean democracy, often symbolized by candlelit protests. These gatherings are not only a platform for civic engagement, but also an opportunity for citizens to come together, enjoying chanting, singing, and even performances by renowned artists. In 2004, when Parliament tried to impeach President Roh-moo-hyun, citizens flooded the streets to defend him. In 2008, approximately 700,000 people protested against a controversial revision of the Korea-US FTA. However, the government's use of force, including water cannons, drew significant criticism. In 2016, 2.3 million people gathered in Gwanghwamun to demand the impeachment of President Park Geun-hye over corruption and mishandling of national issues. Each time, the people's voice prevailed, reinforcing South Korea's reputation as a solid and mature democracy. Despite its history, South Korea faced another test of its democratic resilience on December 3, 2024, when President Yoon declared martial law. The people acted swiftly, gathering Yeouido to protect democracy and the parliament from military interference. This time, over 1 million citizens joined the protests. Their determination led to the impeachment of President Yoon on December 14. On that day, as the parliament convened to decide on the impeachment resolution, a large number of protesters gathered in Yeouido to demonstrate their stance. The solidarity among the protesters was remarkable, with many showing extraordinary support for one another by pre-ordering free meals, snacks, and coffee at local restaurants and cafes, allowing fellow demonstrators to access these provisions at no cost. 4 charges of insurrection related to a failed martial law order by the Corruption Investigation Office for high-ranking officials requested his attendance for questioning, but he refused to appear. The court issued an arrest warrant for him on December 30, 2024, and after a standoff lasting several weeks between investigators and his presidential security team, President Yoon was finally arrested on January 15, 2025. He became the first sitting president to be arrested and now under impeachment proceedings. We hope the investigation and proceedings executes thoroughly and that he is held accountable and sentenced appropriately for his charges. The Korean people's unwavering commitment to democracy is a beacon of hope in today's world. From resisting colonial rule to opposing authoritarian regimes, their collective courage has shaped South Korea into a model of people-powered democracy. They have shown time and again, and they will not tolerate the misuse of power. Should history repeat itself, they will take to the streets, candles in hand, to safeguard the rights they fought so hard to achieve forever. Thank you for watching, and if you found this story inspiring, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much. Bye!